Oh, hello, welcome to the Saturday show, the new show I have on the Saturday, new updated show. As I was saying, I was back with another show there yesterday, a Friday show, and I'm just going to give you more information, more news of the daily life, what's on the news today, the Irish Independent News, the different various platforms. The first bit of news there I have of this, the latest news on the Irish Independent News. It just says in the latest news on it, your garden questions answers. How can I save my rose plant? There's a bit about flowers on it, and Gareth Southgate admits England's are not fit enough to press effectively. It's still going about England. If you're all on the papers, all over the papers, the English news there about the team. Scotland refused to contemplate another group stage exit. I think it goes on the last results there of the matches, and Mark English breaks Irish 800-metre record for the second time this week. And I see VAR denies Netherlands and staying up with France. It's the thing that happened there in the match there, disallowed goal. Even the ultimate superfan failed to separate France and Netherlands. Entered the fray late on. The giant Dutch strike had a habit of scoring when it really matters. He did it against Argentina. He did it last Sunday to sink Poland. But Wakefield could not live up to the legacy of Lipstick. Anyway, it was 0-0, it was due. And that's the way the match finished. It did go to unfair. I saw it there early on, and VAR is some people against it, some people with it. I don't know. I'm not sure really. Man 52 jailed for 2 years for rolling eruption of violence at Galway funeral. I see. That is the news then. Up to 30 Garda had to attend scene after fights broke out between members of McDonough and Ward families. A 52-year-old man has been jailed for 2 years, according to the Irish Times. Eruption of violence at Galway Circuit Court. Judge Brian Callan and fear and terror was created when two feuding families clashed in violence. The storms at Tuam Cemetery in September 2021. Up to 30 Garda from Tuam City unit and had to attend the fine. The court had a priest whose pleas for calm fell on deaf ears, had to hide behind trees to avoid injury and scenes of chaos. So that is the scene there for the Galway funeral there. That's on the paper there. That's on the Irish Times about that. And High Court issue over EU immigration pact not properly issued to judge fines. And then that's the details of Stardust redress scheme announced, with barrister appointed to mediate. Two-phased approach would see payment in respect of victims, followed by phase 2 for survivors. And former TD Dan Boyle becomes Cork's first Green Party Lord Mayor, according to what it's saying on the paper here now. And Claire Christian wins first ever diving medal for Ireland at European Champions. So that's then on the news then on the Irish Times. And then I just go straight to the Sky News. There's more about the election really. The election in England. It just says Starmer makes swift pit stop at the Eras Tour. Check the party's manifesto. Who will win? Check our poll. As for Nigel Farage, made his first mistake of his election and campaign. They actually think this man will get in England. As I was saying, all the damage he has done to Ireland and the Northern Ireland, you see what damage he has done, and it's not made up. It's real. It's terrible, really. And J.K. Rowling will struggle to support Labour with Stammel's stance on gender, according to what it's saying there. And Tory Welsh Secretary puts on record that he did not place bet on election date. As I was saying, the election is coming up in July, and it's a huge election, really. Different seats and all in the Northern Ireland thing. And then in the world news, just the latest then on the world news. Spanish police reject help from Lancashire constituent in Hunterford, Jay Slater. That's a man that's gone missing. The apprentice bricklayer was last heard, I see, from Monday, telling a friend he was setting off on an 11-hour walk to get home after missing his bus. And then helicopters, rescue dogs and drones have continued to score the holiday trend of Tenerife for a missing British teenager as concerned family and friends endured a living nightmare. The hunt for 19-year-old Jay Slater from Ostrich near Blackburn in Lancashire is now in its 5th day. Lancashire said that while the case fell as out, that the jurisdiction of UK police has offered to support Spanish police if they need any additional sources. So then that's on Sky News then about that terrible disappearance. French economy takes hit after Macron snap election call. That's the election then that's in France. And more about Mr. Trump. Trump raised 44 million more than Biden in May, and he's now turning to crypto town. So that's the latest then on Mr. Trump. He's never off the news, really, is he? And if you put Trump into the find, you'll a lot of things. And then there's a bit about the war there. Israel domestically violated laws of war, UN Human Rights Officer says. Benjamin dissolves war cabinet, officials say. And that's the latest then on the war, the Israel war. And then the business news on Sky there. Steel workers to hold first UK strike in 40 years. And then former union boss denies being too close to post office. That's the story then. And French, that's more about French election. And the former chess champion vying to be the first female chancellor. And what's going on Manchester Co-op Live, the area plagued with problems and postponements. And that's then the latest news on that. The entertainment news then. The latest on the entertainment news on the Sky, it just says Sabrina Carpenter breaks UK chart record. That is at the age of 25, 1 month and 10 days, Carpenter beats Ariana Grande, the previous youngest holder of the record, by around 6 months. It's just that Sabrina Carpenter set a new UK record by becoming the youngest. The US singer reached #1 on the official charts company rundown with Please, pushing Espresso, which lead at the top for 5 weeks, down to #2. So that's the charts down on that. So, and then the other thing down on Sky, the other bit of information on Sky there, Taylor Swift Tube Map released as London host Erased Tour shows. That's the Taylor Swift concert, and it's coming to Ireland as well, so it's probably also in Ireland. So that's the Taylor Swift. It's hard to get a ticket for, and pretty hard, as I was saying. So what's going to happen in the concert, I'm not sure really. So that's the latest then on the Taylor Swift concert, and I'm running well into this podcast so then I was just then going to go to the RTE website, the different stories then on that. I went to the Sky News, the Irish Independent News, and the Irish, then the RTE News. It just says Defence Forces begins proceeding after Crotty conviction. That's the thing that happened there yesterday about the war, about the soldier. And SIP2 decision not to probe leak inaccurate reasons. So that's down on that. And crime earns historic driving bronze at Europeans. That's another medal there, which they're doing very well there. Thing. And then more about the Group D heavyweights can't be separated. Netherlands nil, France nil, and that's the latest then on that. Those matches, as I was saying, the matches all day there. And then major escalation as Aer Lingus pilots to strike next week. more about the strike that's coming up. Pilots who are members of Irish Airline Pilots Association will take place in an 8-hour strike on the 29th of May. The union served formal notice to Aer Lingus management this afternoon. Aer Lingus has said that 124 flights have been cancelled during the first 5 days of the industrial action. And the pilot, President Captain Mark Ty, said, "We've been forced to escalate the dispute following a campaign of anagrams by Aer Lingus management directed towards our members." So that's the latest then about the Aer Lingus thing. And then the entertainment news, more about the Taylor Swift concert there on the RTE. Public information released by Swift. Just says public information upcoming Eras tour gigs that has been released, with the promoter urging ticket holders not to turn up at the venue early as queuing is not permitted. Swift is bringing a record-breaking Eras tour to the Avia tour. Patrons are also strictly advised not to bring bags larger than A4. So there's a lot of rules there into that concert, and there's a lot of different tickets, VIP tickets, and different things. And ABBA may have met up in public for the last time occasions. So that's about ABBA then. A public reunion of ABBA members in Sweden last night might prove to be the last occasion the Swedish pop legends reunite. So the picking up of the honours from Sweden's King Carl followed the nomination. One told the episode of Pascal Rosebud with Glass, released on Friday, that it was a great honour. Recalling a moment which we stood there quietly accepting it out of the King's hand, and then him saying a few words. It was a quite an elegant ceremony. All 4 of us, of course, were there in public. We see each other very rarely, and Friday, also known as Chris, said to me after, "This might be the last occasion." Very sad, and I thought about this after. Well, we're not getting any younger. So that's sad in a way when you come to think that. And Donald Sutherland's family overwhelmed by tributes. That's about the actor there who died 88. Sutherland known for the impressive catalogue of almost 200 films, starring in The Dirty Dozens, MASH, Clute, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Ordinary People, JFK, The Hunger Games franchise. His son, 24, Gibbs, was among those who hailed as one of the most important actors in the history of film. On Friday, Gibbs wrote on social media, "My family and I have been overwhelmed by the outpouring of condolence and support over the last 24. Thank you very much." So, all the people there, he was a great actor there. US President Joe Biden called Donaldson a one-of-a-kind actor. Tributes also came in from so-called Will Smith, James Fonda, Helen Mirren, Sutherland MASH co-star Elliot called him a giant of acting. Fonda, who won the Oscar for Best Actress opposite Sutherland, and Nigel Farage said she was heartbroken. So that it's very sad when you see that people coming out in support for Donald Sutherland. It's a sad occasion there. And no more humanity for Rust Ahmed at Alec Baldwin's trial. And just about the film, The Bike Riders has a really good cast, worthwhile trip, as we're saying there. So that's then the latest thing then on the news, which is very sad mostly. And then I just go to see what the latest then is on the Coming Soon website. If people have going to the cinema or anything, it is a good website to look up. What's the latest then? It just says Jessica Alba looks back at her time on the Fantastic Four movies, and St. Elmo's Fire 2 sequel being explored by Sony, A New Horizon. So that's a bit of information about that. A New Horizon maybe go ahead for 80s box office smash. Sony is for exploring the diversity of creating a St. Elmo's Fire 2 reunited with the original cast. And according to a recent report from Deadline, Sony has begun discussing ways in which to make a new version of the coming-of-age film, following the success of the Hulu documentary Bratz. Currently, it's unknown what of the groundwork has been laid to make a new film. However, Deadline notes the film would follow the character after he had grown up and found jobs following the translation out of college. So that's interesting there. Including Andrew McCarthy, Amelia Esterman, Rob Lowe, Demi Moore, Jude Nelson, Ollie Sheedy, and Maria Walker. So that was there. And Blade, the latest then on the Blade thing. Blade MCU movie was originally set in the 98 will now be present day. More information on seemingly dysfunction production of Marvel Studios' Blade has come to light. In a new report on the such of Blade and the many changes it gone through, the Hollywood Reporter revealed the earliest draft of the film were pretty different from the Blade movies of the past. Specifically, the film that was planned to begin filming last year would have seen the movie set in the 1920s. Another TR notes would have been a massive train set that was built by Marvel but never used. So that's the latest then on the Marvel film there that's coming, and it's interesting when you look at that. So and then Sony looking to cast live action Miles Morales, and that's then a live action Morales movie could be in the works. And Jared Padalecki, the boys' role currently being talked about for season 5 of the Supernatural creator article on the Boys season 5 would serve as the final season of its primal video series. This comes after CUW Walker was cancelled last May. So that's then the latest then on the Coming Soon website, which is more to come. As I was saying, there's a lot of matches then coming up. There's a lot of matches then coming up on the Tolkien Cup final is coming up, which that's the main match then that's on Sunday, which is down and what's the match then that's coming? It's Antrim and I was trying to think of it now, but they're the matches. Down in Sligo, that's the match, the semi-final, and then they're the matches then that are coming up. So I was just trying to I look at them again, see what the main matches are. So the fixtures then that are coming up, if I can open it there, it just says Clare and Wexford. That's the main match then on Saturday, and that's the hurling match, and we'll see who wins that. Wexford are going good. I'd pick Wexford for that, and then Dublin Cork. I'd have to pick Cork for that. Cork are playing good, and then the other matches that's on GA Go, most of them. Preliminary quarterfinals, Mayo vs Derry, and that could be a tough one for Mayo. I would give it to Derry maybe by a point or 2 points, and Tyrone versus Roscommon, I'd have to go for Tyrone for that by about 3 points. And then Galway and Monaghan, that's the other match. I'd go Galway there for 5 or 6 points. And then the minor match, Derry versus Kerry, that says also 1.5-1. I'd go for Kerry for that, and that's the semi-final. And then the matches on Sunday, Ireland and Senior Football quarterfinals, Louth versus Cork. That's in the skin. I'd have to go for Cork by about 5 points. And then the Tolkien Cup semi-finals, Down versus Sligo. Some people have picked Sligo, but I'd go for Down 5 or 6 points. And then Antrim and Laois, I'd have to go for Laois for that, 6 points. So that's my predictions this week for them matches. And they're coming up pretty quick, all the matches. No breaks, coming up pretty quick, the fixture lists, and it's bogged down. So I do give you any updates of the matches. There's no stock on League of Ireland matches at the moment. I think they're taking a week's break, but I hope you enjoyed my Saturday show today. I'll be back with another splendid series, and Donald Trump, as I was saying, is still on the nose. And Mr. Nigel Farage is also on the news, the man who wrecked Ireland and wrecked everything in it. So he got his Brexit and his meat. So that's what I'm saying. And I think Jim Allister is still tweeting and he's still talking about smoky bacon crisps. That's the main news, which is this man is dangerous as well. He's a bigot and that's why I look at it. He's looking for votes in the north and he thinks he'll get them. So he has a lot of seats running and he's always seemingly on the Stephen Nolan show. He's on it a lot, isn't he? Every day. So I just thought I hope you enjoyed my Saturday show today and I'll be back with another many things to come. So thanks for listening and goodbye for now.